Greetings everyone, I am Ray Dragon Elf. If you are new here, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload content. I've been trying to upload on a Monday, but due to my mental health and a variety of other events happening in my life, I haven't exactly been able to keep up with that too well, but I am doing my best with everything that's going on right now to hold myself accountable and stick to my deadlines that I have been creating. Now on my channel, you will also find that I have a wide variety of content of other YouTube creators. Check them out, see if there's anything there you like. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's vlog. So I have been becoming more and more mentally and physically drained. There's a few factors that play in causing this state. I haven't been taking my thyroid medication as I should be. I need to take it either an hour before I eat or 2 hours after I eat and then wait another hour before I eat. Due to circumstances and also not staying vigilant with myself, I haven't really been able to take it as I should be. So I'm definitely working on taking my thyroid medication per doctor's orders. Speaking of doctors and medications and whatnot, I now have medical insurance. It will become active on June 1st. Which means I still need to wait a bit longer. However, I think I would be able, if I did have a problem, I could still get seen. So that in itself is a huge relief. As those of you that have been following me and I'll let those of you that are new to my channel know, when I turned 26, which was February 14th, at the end of the month of February, I lost the insurance I had from my dad. And so I've been without medical insurance this entire time this year. And now finally, despite it being pushed back to take care of it, I've finally been able to get medical insurance back again. I'm going to be sticking with, I did get the medical insurance through the same company that I had previously through my dad. So that means I get to keep all of, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's some children playing next door. That got me distracted. But I am keeping all my doctors. They're all going to be the same. I just have to wait a bit longer before I could actually see one for whatever, which definitely want to be seeing my therapist. As well, at this point in time, I am seriously mentally and physically drained because of the stress of losing the medical insurance. Oh no, what if something happens? That has really taken a toll on me. I've been very strong this entire time, and I am flat out impressed with myself, because a year ago I wouldn't have been able to pull this off with not having a full-blown meltdown. I did cry a couple of times over the past month or two, but I didn't have a meltdown. I didn't really succumb to the stress and the depression that came with it. Okay, so I know another factor that's played into me becoming more mentally and physically drained is that I am on my period. And those of you that don't know female hormones and periods have a tendency of messing with a female's hormones and making them more, I guess you could say, emotionally vulnerable or emotional. They feel things differently. Some women and girls end up feeling it very heavily, others do not. Previously, when I was much younger, when I was having my periods, I was far more emotional during that time period. With periods, you really have to wait it through for it to pass at times, or if, say, like, you're in a good headspace, you can work with your emotions and react to them in a logical and rational manner. With me now, with where I'm at and my experiences over the course of time that I've been dealing with my periods, I am better at catching that my emotions are getting a bit out of hand and trying to take a more logical, rational stance with them so that they don't cause me problems later down the road. Um, so that has definitely been in my favor. I know it can be very difficult with periods and such. Speaking of periods, I know like one of the symptoms that one can have, which I tend to have, is lower back pain. I thought potentially that I was having to deal with lower back pain, but from my period that was about to happen. But actually, I seem to have a pinched nerve in my lower back, like around my pelvis area. And it has made my left leg and foot uh, kind of numb, and it's not been exactly the funnest thing with the pain and the numbness. I ended up describing it to my mom and dad that it was like I was numb, uncomfortable, and in pain all at once. It's definitely not something I recommend, which I think with how my body is, it's very, very weak. So I think that that was a big factor as to why I ended up with a pinched nerve in my back. If I were to be more physically active and my body would be stronger, I would less likely to have an injury that would spur on from just weak muscles and tendons and such. So I am contemplating going back to the gym. I'm hesitant due to COVID to go like now, but I also need to get sneakers so I can actually go to the gym and work out in those. I do have a membership. I could just reactivate that when I get back into it. I was previously going to Fit Republic. Their place here in the city I live in. Um, they have depending upon like your membership that you have there, which I think I have one that will get me a personal trainer, because I think I would prefer that than the group training that they have, because it's too intense for me. And but they also have like really loud music, which I could see how it is beneficial to have the loud music. But for me, since I'm just going to be starting out, I want to go at a slower pace than what they have going on. So it is definitely something I'm thinking of. It's really because I am in a state where I think I am eating better, but also I don't want to put myself in a situation where I end up pushing myself too far. If I end up working with an instructor one on one, it can be more fine tuned to what my body can handle than say in a huge group setting, because you're not exactly doing one on one with an instructor. So that I am considering. In the meantime, I am trying to stretch more. I do have a couple of exercises that my dad, who has experienced a lot of back issues in the past, so he knows a thing or two about the spine. I went to him to get an assessment on my back, and yeah, he can feel that there is something in my spine is out. I don't understand what that means, but it's causing a pinched nerve. So he helped me to get a couple of ideas of what I can do to work with my spine to see if I can get it to pop back in. So hopefully I wouldn't have to go to a chiropractor. But at the same time, I know I need to do a bit more stuff. I've been feeling very restless too. So I am trying to get up and move around more. I know I can, in previous vlog, I said I could sit and game for hours on end. I really am trying to make a conscious effort to recognize. The first thing you have to do is recognize you need to get up and move, or you need to arm movement. You flail your arms about and try not to hit anything, which I just hit my fan right here. Just movement in general sometimes is just not much movement, but enough movement to get the blood circulating better, and the body feeling more active. So I really am trying to be more conscious about recognizing that my body needs to move and to actually get up and move. I am trying to go out for walks. It's been getting pretty warm where I live, so I've been kind of watching the weather because I don't want to go for a walk in the heat. It has been pretty windy too. I've been kind of hesitant about going out in the wind because I know for some reason it's always been that the wind, like a high amount of wind, can trigger my anxiety and make me a bit panicky. That I don't know for certain what could be such a trigger of that, but it's like an external force that does have a potential of triggering my anxiety. So I've been trying to work with that, and also previously I ended up with the wind trying to say hello to my eardrum, and that really did hurt. So I've been trying to be mindful and work with stuff that I know I have done in the past, like the not being physically active, the wind being a trigger for my anxiety, to work with it in a logical manner so that I'm not just sitting there rotting away, basically. Okay, both knees just popped as I extended my legs out. It's something that I'm working on, and I know a lot of other people could probably really work on it themselves too. One thing I have to really emphasize with myself, and those of you out there might also have to as well, is that it's okay if it takes you time. It really is okay if it takes you time to get from here to there, to where you want to be from the place you are now. I've desired over time to be more physically fit, to have a job of my own, to have my own home, my own car. However, due to circumstances, I haven't been able to get there yet. That's the key. Yet. Does not mean I will never get there. That's kind of like my mom. She wanted to go to college when she was much younger, but she ended up going, I think, to architect drafting school, and then she ended up driving truck. Big rigs. She was local for a bit, and then she did a year cross country, and then she ended up being a stay-at-home mom for 18, 19, 20 years. And then after that, that's when she ended up going to college, and now she's in university. It took her time, but she did get there. And she's seriously enjoying it, even though there's a lot of things that are stressful about it. But she's still enjoying the schoolwork. She's still enjoying the work. So, yeah, please try to learn how to not be so hard on yourself. You most likely have bad days and good days. I know I've been having several bad days lately. Yesterday and the day before, I really felt like I was going to cry because of the amount of stress and emotional hormones being out of balance that I've been going through lately. I really felt like I was going to cry. I did shed a couple of tears. Then yesterday I was pacing in my room trying to exert some of my energy so that I wasn't so pent up and wound up with my energy and emotions. It's really because I've had to be so strong all this time, and I think I was unconsciously fighting against crying, which that felt really weird, but that's what it seemed to have been. I was able to talk with my mom yesterday, and also she ended up drawing me this really nice little drawing, and she was trying to figure out where to put it. Then I had perfect idea of where to put it. I will show that to all of you right now, and then I'll wrap up the vlog. So grab the phone, switcheroo, over here on my bed, this drawing right here. My mom ended up drawing that for me, and it really did bring a smile to my face. I do have several stuffed animals, critters right here, which this donkey, I will share. I'll bring him over. and I will share his story with all of you. There we go. Okay, this here is Jacky Donkey. I don't have phone quite in the right spot. We're in the same spot. Oh well. So this here is Jacky Donkey. I'd accidentally miscounted, or rather, I was counting my medications the other day, and I counted one of them by tablets, but not how many days I had left, because that one I took 2 tablets daily, one in the morning, one in the evening. So my mom and I, we had a bit of a panic. We needed to go get me my medication refilled. So she said that she was only doing it for her ASS, or my ASS. And I told her, I'm not a donkey. You can't be doing that for my ASS. And I go and comment the need to get a donkey. And that's when after we had gotten done with getting the medication, we ended up stopping in at a market. And I looked up as we were checking out, and I found him, Jacky Donkey. And because, interestingly, there's a lot of different stuffed animals out there, but I rarely ever see a donkey. Rarely. I don't even remember if I've ever seen a donkey in a store. So we ended up getting him. We just took advantage of the moment and we got Jacky. So now I have a ASS who actually likes music. He was bobbing his head on the way home to the music that was playing over the radio. And he's also put on my mom's glasses while she was sitting there, and her glasses were on the table, so he put them on, and I said he's a smart ASS. So I am, despite all of the stress that I've been going through, I have been able to laugh. I have been able to feel happy, and that has definitely been helping me stay grounded and reminding me that this will pass. And I got an awesome donkey out of it too. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up for my vlog. You can check out my channel up there and see everything I've got on it. And down over here is my vlog playlist. Feel free to check that out to see my growth, what I've experienced over time. Without further ado, take care, everyone. Ad Astra.